There's 5 home invaders. All of them don't have weapons. They're ready to throw down with their fists against your husband. Would you prefer he has his hands or a gun?
Hands.
You don't want.
I don't want them dying if they're just coming into my house.
What if after they kill him they want to you? Wouldn't you want him to have a gun in that instance?
Whoa! I didn't think they were gonna kill him.
Well, I mean, they're home invaders. If he's gonna fight them,
just because you invade someone's home doesn't mean you're gonna kill them.
Folks, I say this in a very sad way. These young people live and dream of a fairy tale world where even a home invader who's coming in possibly to rape you, she thinks that they're not going to do you any harm and a gun is extreme, and use your fists against 5 intruders that are possibly armed. It's Disneyland style. That's not the real world. Those people want to kill you, and you better be prepared to kill them if they come calling. How do you do it? You better be trained, you better be responsible, and you better know what you're doing. But again, this is the view of many young people, and it's frightening. Joining me now is somebody I just told you about, a woman who knows how to protect herself. She's a retired 22-year veteran of the Tulsa Police Department. She's the founder of the DC Project, which protects gun rights for women around the country. My friend Diana Muller is with us. Diana, welcome.
Thanks for having me, Grant.
I guess I should apologize for using the man of the house analogy, but I mean, I don't know how else to say it, Diana.
No, you're spot on. And, just because I don't have a problem with traditional roles. So the man of the house should be able to protect his family. And if there isn't a man in the house, then I hope that the women, everybody should be an asset, to your family and your family's safety. You are one of 2 things. You are either an asset or you're a liability. And this little girl that you just showed the video of, she is the definition of privilege. Everybody wants to talk about privilege these days. And she is the definition of upper middle class privilege that has 0 experience with violence. She doesn't have any idea how it feels to live in crime-ridden neighborhoods. She is totally clueless, and she lives in a bubble of utopia, like you mentioned. And it's extremely concerning that this kind of mentality is spreading. It's being normalized. I went and saw The Sound of Freedom last night, and I was just so thankful that this movie is out there talking about the evils that this world has, and that people like this little girl can understand that there is legitimate concern for your safety.
I don't want to criticize or go after her because I think in many respects it's probably where she grew up, her family, and then, of course, the media plays a role in that. What I would like to do is find a way for someone to get to her. Diana, your DC Project is the perfect organization to try to get to somebody like that. If you were sitting with her, what do you tell her? How do you bring her to your side? Is there something you can do that we can wake these young people up? And let's face it, some of them aren't even that young anymore that think like this.
Well, me personally, I can speak to my experience as 22 years on the streets, and that, police officers are only minutes away when seconds count. So it's really up to themselves to be their own first responder. And we see that in this increasingly violent world that I feel like these liberal policies are creating more and more violence and chaos. So it's really up to us to be able to have those conversations. And you're right. I'm not condemning her. I'm not going to berate her. That is the first lesson. If you're going to try to influence somebody, is that you don't berate them and that you come at them with some compassion and let them. And there's a lot of people on the anti-gun side that just want to be safe, and they have been fed this line of lies that if you just get rid of this one tool, that your life will be so much safer, that the children will be safer. And that is a bag of lies. We know that. And when you look at the videos that we're talking about from that movie last night, The Sound of Freedom, and you see the actual abductions. And that's what they need to see. It's kind of like, you take the abortion issue. People think that they're pro-abortion until they actually see one, and then they might change their minds. But it's all about education, not legislation, which is what the DC Project stands on.
One of the problems is, and I'm okay with people out there that have this fairy tale view of the world. It takes the edge off me a little bit, and it's fine, and we need people like that. But in the end, you've got to realize, and Diana, I know you know this from 22 years working the streets, evil exists in the world. It always has since the beginning of time, and evil will always exist till the end of time. They will find ways to kill, whether it's with a gun or a car or a stick or a knife or a bomb, whatever it is. We've got to have ways to push back against evil very quickly. And to me, as a law-abiding citizen, the firearm is the only tool that I know that can level a playing field between me and a 350-pound evil guy. That levels the playing field pretty darn quickly, and I'll give you the last word, Diana.
Well, we see what's happening in France and a major gun-free zone. And right now, their police are overrun. They are in chaos, and they can't figure out, what do we do now? And you gave up your guns a long time ago, and now they're reaping the harvest of that, and they're losing control. So I would plead with those people who think that a gun-free zone sounds good and it sounds like safety, that it is not. It is not the education, training yourself to be an asset for your family. That's the key to safety.
It sure is. Dana Muller, as always, thank you so much for your service to the people of Tulsa and this country, and keep up the fight for the Second Amendment. I'm grateful for that as well. The DC Project is your organization. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, absolutely. Folks, if you don't think this is serious, I want to play you one more soundbite, okay? Because this is the real deal. The World Economic Forum that literally wants to take sovereignty away from America, this is their plan to take guns away from you. Just listen to this.
Think about the benefits of digital money. There are huge potential gains. It's not just about digital forms of physical currency. You can have programmability, units of central bank currency with expiry dates. You could have, as I argue in my book, a potentially better and some people might see it as a darker world where the government decides that units of central bank money can be used to purchase some things, but not other things that it deems less desirable, like, say, ammunition or drugs or pornography or something of the sort.
Ammunition, drugs, or pornography. He labeled ammunition with drugs and pornography about a centralized digital currency. The thing that I push back against, I say, is the scariest thing to hit our country. This is what the feds want to do. He's saying it's the greatest thing because we can stop you from buying things that we don't want you to buy. That's frightening. That's what we're up against in this country and beyond, as American sovereignty is at stake, as our freedoms are at stake, but we never stop fighting for them, do we? Coming up after the break, the missing Hunter Biden whistleblower finally turns up and releases a video with shocking allegations damning to the Bidens and the FBI. That's next.
Wounded Warrior Project has been with me every step of my journey.
They've helped me realize it's possible to rise to the top again.
It's possible to get the help I need for me and my family.
It's possible to hate push-ups again.
To feel understood.
To begin healing both inside and out.
To feel like myself again.
And now I know anything is possible.
Hey y'all, this is Jesse James Decker, and I'm partnering with my friends at One Country to give one lucky winner this Dynamax DynaQuest XL. Enter to win at onecountry.com/Jesse.
Not being able to see up close can be frustrating. Trying to view your mail, enjoy your favorite book, or even read a prescription bottle can be impossible. Introducing Eye Candy, the sweet new way to see everything bigger, brighter, and better than ever before. And now may be your last chance to get one before they're gone. Fun in design, eye candy is no toy. This lightweight, easy-to-hold magnifier utilizes an optical-grade lens that enlarges print by 300%. Yes, 300%.
Eye candy is really a step above the rest. The magnification is fantastic.
Embedded in eye candy's frame are 12 anti-glare LED lights that dramatically help increase clarity. It's a flashlight and magnifier in one.
Even with my reading glasses, I'd still have a problem with the small print. With eye candy, everything is bright and clear.
Lightweight and portable, eye candy is ideal for extended periods of reading or when you're on the go.
I use eye candy when I go out to dinner. Reading the menu, so much easier, especially in the dim light.
Zooming in on your electronic devices only lets you see a small portion of your message or pictures. With eye candy, you can see it all.
I showed it to my husband and it strangely disappeared. I purchased 2 more. We keep one in the kitchen, one in the garage, and one in the car.
Read recipes, prescription bottles, or nutritional information, and never miss the fine print. Order now to get your eye candy for only $19.99. But wait, there's breaking news. Eye candy may be discontinued. Due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, eye candy is shutting down and stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 eye candies per order while supplies last. You still have time to get your very own eye candy, but you must act fast. Once the current inventory is gone, it's gone forever. Order now.
Call 1-800-495-0849. That's 1-800-495-0849. Or visit tryeyecandy.com. So call 1-800-495-0849 now.
The bathroom of your dreams is only a phone call away with BCI Bath & Shower. We can make your ordinary bath and shower extraordinary. This is not a cookie-cutter design. This is a complete custom build that will fit your every need, and discounts for seniors and military.
Welcome back, everyone. I'll tell you what, I'm grateful for the New York Post and its reporting on the Biden crime family and the corruption that has now been unfolding right before our very eyes. They just released a video. This video is of Dr. Gal Luft. Where he is, we have no idea. He self-describes himself as patient zero when it comes to Biden corruption. He says he's got all the goods on them. I've gone through the entire video, and I believe him to be legitimate. The feds now want him arrested. I wonder why. You know, in 2019, he actually went to Brussels to talk to 6 members of the Department of Justice. There were U.S. attorneys there, FBI agents there, and he laid it all out about Joe Biden, apparently, about Hunter Biden, apparently, with the Chinese energy firm that he was an advisor for, this whistleblower. And he says that the Bidens had a scheme to get paid for policy decisions. So here's why the feds want him arrested. Cut 2.
But perhaps the most alarming information I revealed was of a mole within the DOJ who shared classified information with Hunter Biden and his Chinese partners. I told the DOJ that Hunter was closely associated with a very senior retired FBI official who had distinct physical characteristic. He had one eye. One of the FBI agents at the time even told me, you know, that would be very easy for us to find. There aren't that many one-eyed people in the Bureau.
He went on to tell them all kinds of things, including corroborating what was on Hunter Biden's laptop from hell before the laptop from hell was found. Roll that clip. Cut 3.
In other words, the FBI knew about, from me, about the Biden CFC deals before they got hold of the laptop, way before. They had enough time to investigate the issue, but they didn't.
So think about this, folks. The FBI knew about the Chinese deals. They knew it corroborated what was found on the laptop, and yet the FBI still went before the public telling everyone it was Russian disinformation. They covered for the Biden crime family. This is what they do. They cover for the deep state. The Obama, Biden, Clinton axis of corruption is real. Now, he's on the run. He's wanted for like weapons charges as an arms dealer, dealing Chinese arms to Cyprus, something like that. He claims he's never even sold a bullet, much less arms to Cyprus. Yet the government wants him. Why? He's on the run now. You think he's on the run because he's afraid of the government? No, I think he's on the run because he's afraid of getting killed by the Obama, Biden, Clinton axis of corruption. Listen to this, cut 5.
The U.S. government claims that I acted on behalf of CFC, and therefore I'm a foreign agent. But let me tell you a little secret. The same CFC that the U.S. government claims was associated with the Chinese intelligence and, quote, an international criminal organization, was a 501c3 charitable organization registered in the state of Virginia and approved by the IRS. The same organization was also a major donor to the Clinton Foundation and Columbia University. Needless to say that none of their executives were charged for any wrongdoing.
Can anyone out there say dead man walking? Literally. I believe he's credible. I do. He's got to get in front of James Comey's congressional committee. How that happens, I don't know, because he's wanted. The feds will arrest him. Who knows if he ever gets to talk. So I want to bring in now FBI whistleblower himself, senior fellow at the Center for Renewing America, and author of the book, True Blue, My Journey from Beat Cop to Suspended FBI Whistleblower, which you can now pre-order. Our friend, Steve Friend, is back with us. Steve, it's great to have you.
Great to be with you, Grant.
What do you make of this guy, Steve? I imagine you watched the 14-minute interview.
I did, and I read Miranda Devine's fantastic article about that in the New York Post as well. And to me, that I'm struck by the magnitude of not what he knows, but how he knows it. And I think that is what has placed him in the greatest amount of danger. I think that we're going to see in the coming days that Joe Biden sort of lost his usefulness to the Democrat Party, and we're going to see things that are unique to him that are going to come out. But the fact that this information that Mr. Luft has brought forward is going to bring a whole bunch of other players into the mix here, people who are also profiting from selling access to the Chinese government. He was swimming in these circles. He's privy to this information, and I think there's a whole bunch more people that stand to lose by its exposure than just Joe Biden, which is why you're going to see the levers of power turned against Luft.
So, Steve, 2019, he gives this information to these representatives from the Department of Justice. 6 representatives show up at this meeting in Brussels. That doesn't seem normal to me, that you'd send 6 people to Brussels to interview one potential witness.
No, it's extremely unproductive. Having done many 100 interviews in my career, the most you would ever ask for is 2 people, and generally one person is going to be sort of driving, and the other one is going to be scribing. But to have 6 people in the room asking these questions, it's not going to be productive. There's just going to be too much communication going across, and especially for that gentleman who English is not his first language, it's going to be very confusing. I think that there's the interest. There's too many individuals who stand to lose from this. So any investigation into the Biden family is going to be a sensitive investigative matter, and that's going to cross over with unit chiefs and section chiefs and people high up in the DOJ. So I think everybody who had a ability to get involved with this was anxious to get into it.
All right, so he was arrested in Cyprus. He spends most of his time in Israel. Israel has an extradition treaty with the United States. Cyprus does not. I'm trying to figure this out. Why would they arrest him in Cyprus and not Israel? Part of me was like, okay, well, maybe Israel would say, no, we're not giving him to you because they know the Biden corruption is real and they want to protect their own. What's at play here? Could you understand why they would do this in Cyprus and not Israel?
Well, I don't think that Israel is wanting to cooperate very much with the American government these days. Just look at their new Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who's certainly not a fan of the Biden administration. So I think that comes into effect here. And I looked at the charges that are being thrown at him. It's the weapons charge, but secondarily it's FARA, the foreign agent, which is generally attached to a strongly worded letter from the DOJ, not really any sort of penalties beyond that. And then finally, the lying. So knock me over with a feather. A potential arms dealer may have lied to any investigator. I think that those are just the lesser included offenses. They're going to be presented as a carrot to get him to plead guilty, and then will destroy his credibility as a witness against the president.
All right, I got it backwards. It's Cyprus that has the extradition agreement. Israel does not. But still, Cyprus let him go, which is interesting because now this man is on the run. He's in hiding. And there's this issue of the FARA agreement. He allegedly wrote an article for a Chinese outlet, something for a member of the CIA, a high-ranking member, as a ghostwriter. To think that's the FARA violation, where he claims he didn't take any money, and you've got Hunter Biden literally dealing with foreign governments and those inside the White House, and there's no FARA charges against Hunter Biden. I'll give you the last word.
I think it's just a further indication of how the DOJ is willing to become a weaponized apparatchik for this political left-wing government. You look at their ability to interpret laws the way that they want, to go after their particular targets that they deem to be worthy of those targets, and overlook those specific offenses with their allies. And it's all pretty gross. And hopefully it will all shake out in the end, and we'll have some full transparency of what actually happened in that meeting in 2019.
Yeah, let's hope so. Steve Friend, it is great having you on the program. I appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
All right, absolutely. I'd be remiss, folks, if I didn't play one soundbite, which to me was one of the funniest soundbites of the day, but it's sad it is funny because it has to do with Joe Biden. This is GOP Senator John Kennedy, who is literally a soundbite machine. I don't know how the guy thinks up these things. But he was talking about the Washington elite and the lengths they are going to cover for the Biden family. Here's John Kennedy.
But I do know this, and I think the American people can see it. The Washington managerial elite, the establishment, if you will, is working harder than an ugly stripper to cover up whatever happened. And that's all that Congress is asking for is the facts. And to the point that they have no sense, the elite in Washington think that the American people don't see that they're covering up and that they're being obstructionist.
Oh, we know they're covering it up. We know they're being obstructionists. And we know that they think we're idiots. The problem is we're not. We're on to them. But you got to admit, John Kennedy is right. They are working harder than an ugly stripper to cover up. That's a great line. I don't know where he gets all of them. Did you know the tough thing during COVID, you probably had this if you're a business owner. You paid your people, you pulled your business through the pandemic, and now doing the tough thing could qualify you for a $26,000 per employee COVID tax relief credit. All right, go to covidtaxrelief.org. Guess who did this? I did. These guys are helping me out, and I qualified for a big refund for my trucking company. That's right, government funds are available to reward companies with 2 or more employees who stayed open during COVID. This is not a loan, and you don't have to pay it back. The program is complicated. I knew that, which is why I went to these guys. They handled it all for me. It was easy. Nobody knows more about it than the CPAS, the CPAs and tax experts at covidtaxrelief.org. You pay nothing up front. They do all the work and share a percentage of the cash they get you. Businesses of all types, including nonprofits and churches, can qualify, including those who took PPP loans, even if you had an increase in sales. You did the tough thing for your employees during COVID. Let covidtaxrelief.org help you get up to $26,000 per employee. Trust me, they were great, easy to work with. The process was easy. Now I'm just waiting for my refund. covidtaxrelief.org, covidtaxrelief.org. All right, after Bud Light and Target disasters, you'd think these leftist companies would learn a thing or two about not catering everything to extreme leftists. But they haven't. And now they're coming after and canceling books with conservative themes. We'll get to that next.
Why is everyone talking about Navage and nasal irrigation?
I am one who suffers from chronic sinus infection.
You need to clean that crap out of your nose.
Navage is simple. Your nose is the body's air filter, but it's not perfect. Navage is a drug-free way to help flush out allergens, mucus, and germs using powered suction. Join nearly 3 million Navage users so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier.
I love this thing.
It's nice to breathe.
Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Here at Allegiance Flag Supply, we grew sick and tired of flying flags that were made overseas, flags that would rip and tear easily, so we really made a commitment to quality. All of our flags are finished with bar tacking at all of the stress points, and they are sewn using double needle lock stitching.
All of our flags materials are sourced in America, and they are made by American seamstresses. So we are American made from beginning to end.
Shop now at showallegiance.com.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, ride your bike.
If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it.
If you're happy and you know it, smile big and bright.
Thousands of kids just like me are happy every day.
And it's all because of generous people like you who support Shriners Hospitals for Children every month.
All you have to do is call the number on your screen or go online to loveshriners.org right now with your monthly gift.
Because of people like you, Shriners Hospitals for Children is able to make an everyday miracle happen for kids like me.
If you're happy and you know it, dance around. If you're happy and you know it, play a song.
If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it.
If you're happy and you know it, take your shot.
And when you call or go online right now to donate $19 a month or more, we'll send you this adorable Love to the Rescue blanket as a thank you and a reminder of all the smiles you're bringing to kids' faces every day.
Will today be the day you send your love to the rescue?
When you call the number on your screen right now and give as little as $19 a month, just 63 cents a day, you'll be making a life-changing difference for a child, just like Sarah.
Your monthly gift today could change your life forever.
Because of you.
We are happy and we know it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please call or go online right now to give. If operators are busy, please wait patiently or go to loveshriners.org right away.
Welcome back, everyone. Cancel culture is still alive and well, and if you're a conservative, you are under constant attack. Radio host Mark Levin revealed earlier today that Target was refusing to carry his new book titled The Democrat Party Hates America because some customers are, quote, offended by the title. Who cares? Being offended is a product of free speech. If you're offended, don't buy the book, right? Yet Target, already under fire for engaging in full-on, in-your-face transgender mania, would have suffered a very, very big time, would suffer big time from this. So perhaps that is why Target abruptly reversed course earlier this afternoon, now saying that they will sell the book and acknowledging that their team did reach out to Levin's publisher about the word hate in the title, but decided against pulling it. Good move, Target. Now it's a good that they reversed the decision, but many publishers and retailers still target conservatives or anything that doesn't agree with a leftist world overview. A good friend of this program, former Border Patrol agent J.J. Carroll, is not happy with his publisher of his new book, Invaded. Carroll insists Post Hill Press never told him it would label the book as, quote, independently published. Take off the Post Hill Press label and put independently published. He complained, and he got this email. It's really pretty much something else. Take a look. The publisher writes, sometimes we will show, quote, independently published in the publisher line for books that are extremely hot or controversial. We do this not out of cowardice. We do this for certain hot-button topics when we think the social justice loons may possibly come out in force against the book, the author, and us as a publisher. But that's literally bowing to the mob, right? Running scared. The publisher went on to write in that email to J.J. Carroll, a few people who we work with declined to work on the book. We thought it best to protect the staff from the potential controversy surrounding the stances in the book. I emailed the publisher for comment and did not get a reply. But you know who is here to talk about this? The author of the book, Invaded, former Border Patrol agent J.J. Carroll. J.J., welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate the time.
You know, you got it, JJ. You know, I'm an old veteran of being canceled. I've been canceled so many times. And I remember talking to you on the phone just yesterday. And you said, I've been canceled. It's so depressing. It's disheartening. It's never happened to me. And I thought, oh, this poor guy, welcome to the world of conservatism and being in the public limelight. But what do you make of all of this?
Professionally, I'm very disappointed. This is a new career that I've ventured out on. And what's disappointing is what I spoke about in my book, and it's exactly what you and I have spoken about many times on your program, is the truth. The borders are wide open. There's hundreds of thousands of illegal aliens pouring across the border every month. There's terrorists. There's criminal aliens. We've been lied to. I talk about that in my book as well as my experience. Many people may not like the tone I take or how direct I am, but it does not diminish the fact that what I'm saying is the truth. And that's the most frustrating thing, especially having your own publisher censor you and lie to you. It was a new one for me. I'm a realist by nature, so it stung, but not to the point where I'm hiding it under my covers, regrouping, and we'll self-publish this book in the near future.
Well, it is all about bowing to the leftist mob. I'm going to read another part from this. And in many respects, I kind of feel bad for this guy who wrote you the email because he almost sounds like one of us. But this is what he writes you. While I still haven't been able to read the book, which is interesting as a publisher, the buzz I'm hearing is making me smile inside because, frankly, the things that some have pointed out as being objectionable, I'm personally in agreement with. But for the peace of mind of many of our young ladies who publish our tame books, we sometimes make this concession about taking the label off the book. If we were an office full of dudes who carry daily, I think it would be different. But since most of our team are sweet, brilliant, energetic, bright-eyed millennials and Gen Zers who don't handle social media threats very well, we sometimes remove our logos for their peace of mind. I can only imagine what the ladies, the sweet ladies in the office are going to say after they hear that email to you, JJ.
You know, it just smacks of what America is now. And America is soft, weak, impotent. We're so accustomed to lies and being told, hey, this is the narrative. Instead of just what America was before, we embraced the truth, even if it was very difficult to embrace and to withstand. But we would take the truth and we would move with it. Just because you don't like what I say or the tone I take, but you feel like it's okay that you don't work on my book, you signed a contract with me. I had to go there and contractually regain my book's rights. I mean, this is unprofessional, number one. Censorship is very hard to swallow. And it wasn't like I'm some 6 degrees removed from the border and coming up with ideas that are crazy. I've been down on the border. I worked it for 24 years. I have sources that still today that text and call me. I know exactly what's happening. I understand who's doing it, why, and how they're doing it. So at least from that perspective, you would want to at least look at my book, even if I was ideologically 180 degrees from you. Look at my book and go, wait a minute, that does not make sense to the narrative that I have been preached at about. Maybe this guy that has some incredible street cred, maybe he's right. At least let me look into it. But no, they would rather just say I'm not working on it. He's a racist, xenophobe, whatever term they want to throw at me, vile term, that's fine. What I wrote about, what I talk about with you, and what I write on my Substack and my website is the truth. And everything that I write about is backed up. I mean, I'll give you one great example.
Last question.
You're great.
Last question, because we're running out of time, JJ. Hold on. Last question. Yes. So, did they decide to not publish it, or did you not like that it was independently published? Did you take it back? Were they still going to print the book? What was the real quick on the end result of that?
Well, the end result was they published a book against the final approval that I did, and they did not tell me. I regained the rights to the book because they breached a contract. They wouldn't give me any PR, marketing. They took me off their website. They removed their name from my book, which was why that I had them publish it at the beginning, because it is a reputable company, or it was. So now I regain rights, total rights to my book, and I will post it back on Amazon as self-published within the next couple days. Well,
I would urge everyone to send a message, go buy your book, and give me the name of it, Invaded, by J.J. Carroll, and I guess you can get it anywhere books are sold.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time, Grant.
All right. You got it. J.J. Carroll, thank you as well, and I'm sorry you had to go through all of this. Again, we reached out to Post Hill Press for comment. I didn't get any emails back, sadly. Let me just ask you a simple question, folks. Is your family prepared for a prolonged power outage? How about a food shortage at the grocery store? With Joe Biden in the White House, you never know what can happen. So are you prepared? It's time now to stock up on emergency food from My Patriot Supply at discount prices. PrepareWithRav.com can help you do this. Go there. Save big on each 4-week emergency food kit that you need for your family. Act now. As I said, save big on these 4-week kits that you need. PrepareWithRav.com. You get free shipping too. Again, go to PrepareWithRav.com. All right, the White House cocaine story changes again. And now there are reports the bag of blow was found in a much more secure location in the White House than the Secret Service originally said. That's next.
Hi, I'm Arthur Lee, founder, CEO, and inventor of LifeVac, a simple rescue device that could save a child's life in a choking emergency. All these people were saved with LifeVac.
He was turning blue, and it happened really fast. After several plunges of the device, a miracle.
As soon as I did that last pull, his eyes popped open, and he started gasping for air. Place, push, pull.
To learn more, please visit lifevac.net.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills and simply toss those old bottles of pills. But thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on and your information is gone. Look, an identity thief can use simple information to get access to your credit card. Then you're responsible for the bills. But ID Police permanently prints a unique encryption graphic that makes it impossible to read through, both on the front and through the back, even if the paper is held up to the light. And it works on all forms of paper, matte or glossy. Paper shredders are slow and always jam, but roll with ID Police and you're in control. Watch again. Here's a bank statement with your name and account number. Now, one easy roll and all your personal information is blocked. Name and address? Blocked. Credit card number? Blocked. Phone, electricity, and gas bill? Now they're all safe to toss in the trash. So relax. Even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. And those applications or pre-approved checks make you vulnerable too. So block it out before you throw it out and thwart any thief with the ID Police. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. That's right, free shipping. This offer is not available on Amazon, but it is available online or on the phone. So call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Take control with ID Police on patrol. Order now.
Call 1-800-581-6306. That's 1-800-581-6306. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-581-6306 now.
Oh no, you hate coming home to a dark house. You need the Bell & Howell Bionic Spotlight. The instant the motion sensor detects movement, Bionic Spotlight triggers 8 high-intensity LED lights that shower the entire area with light and then shuts off 30 seconds after it stops. Get the motion-activated Bionic Spotlight for just $19.95 with free shipping. If you order right now, you can double the offer and just pay a separate fee. 2 Bionic Spotlights backed by our 5-year warranty for one low-value price. And the shipping is free. Here's how to order.
All right, I want to preface this segment by saying that I do think it's a very serious thing that cocaine was found in the White House. I also find it hilarious that it's Joe Biden's White House and his son, Hunter Biden, has been staying in the White House. Now, you can't have cocaine in the White House, okay? And any kids out there watching, you can't have cocaine anywhere, but much less the White House, all right? So now they say they found it in a new area here. This is MSNBC updating where they actually found it.
Kelly, the big change is where this was found. And it was found, by my observation, in a much more secure place, limited access place than that West Wing reception area. It's still a frequently trafficked place, but it's down near the Situation Room, right off West Executive, down below. And normal people, average people just can't get in there, even with the entry from the Northwest Gate.
So apparently, this room is near where the vice president's motorcade, where the vehicles are kept. So I said on my radio program this morning, maybe Kamala Harris is in on this. Maybe it's Joe Biden. I had told you that the other day, too. You know that he's Sleepy Joe. If anybody was going to use cocaine to pick themselves up, maybe Joe Biden would. I can't believe Hunter Biden would be as dumb as to hang his father out to dry like he did with the laptop with a bag of cocaine in the White House, but maybe he is. This is Rick Grinnell. He worked in the Trump White House, talking about who it would have to be found in a room like this.
The cocaine has to be either from a Biden family member or a cabinet secretary. Those are the only people that are not searched completely. And so the cabinet officials should all be asked, was the cocaine yours? When did you last visit? And the family members should be asked, because this problem can easily be solved. There are cameras everywhere. It's absolutely ridiculous and the death of common sense to somehow say that we can't figure out who brought cocaine into the White House.
All right, do you really think, and I love Rick Grinnell, I really do, he's a great guy, but you think Hunter Biden's going to be truthful? Excuse me, Hunter Biden, is this your cocaine? What? No, it's not mine. There's no way he's going to give that up. This is the Deputy Press Secretary, Andrew Bates, audio of this, being asked about if he can confirm if it's Hunter or Joe's cocaine.
Former President Trump has made some pretty wild posts recently on social media. One of them was that the cocaine found in the White House had belonged to either the president or his son. Are you willing to say that that's not the case, that they don't belong to them?
I don't have a response to that because we have to be careful about the Hatch Act.
About the Hatch Act? What, that they're hatching cocaine in the White House? No, the Hatch Act is about elections, okay? This has nothing to do with elections. She's asking you, is the cocaine the president's or the president's son's? I'm not going to answer that. Can you imagine? My Lord, this is what we're against. Now, why would we think that Hunter Biden would be the main culprit here? Have you seen this video? My fellow conservatives are spreading this all over the internet. They claim it's him taking a bump at the White House. Look, he's all agitated. And then he turns and boom, off his wrist, he allegedly is taking a bump of cocaine. Now, I find that video funny. There is no way to tell whether or not he's really doing that or not. But Hunter Biden brings this all on himself. He's probably sneezing in his hand because he doesn't know proper techniques to go to the elbow. Or maybe he's doing a bump of cocaine on his wrist on the balcony of the White House. I don't know. Either way, this is all really, really bad news for Joe Biden. And I will say this again. If this was the Trump White House, President Trump would be already facing impeachment for this. But it's not the Biden White House. It's the Trump White House. It's the Biden White House. And they're going to skate on this too. And you watch, they'll never find whose it is, and they'll never prosecute anybody, and it'll all get swept up right underneath the rug. All right. Listen to me, folks. This story is proof that there's absolute clowns running the White House. The uncertainty in the world makes it very difficult to figure out where you want to invest your money. But I can tell you this, a great option when things are uncertain is to put your money into gold. My friends over at Birch Gold can help you. I often tell my friends and family, hey, if you're going to invest in precious metals, go see the guys at Birch Gold. They're doing a great job there. So how do you protect yourself with gold? Well, you can do it by texting America to the number 989898. That's America to the number 989898. We talked about a centralized digital currency. We know that gold can provide you with protection, safety, and privacy that no other commodity can provide you with. Start hoarding it. Put it in your gun safe. Put it in the attic. Bury it in the backyard. But give Birch Gold a try. Protect yourself with gold by texting America to the number 989898. All right, folks, more evidence of Biden's brain failing, this time from the 4th of July. We will show you that next.
Window Wear Project helped me find the strength to go further than I ever thought possible.
I was able to come out of my shell and really connect with others.
So I can feel like part of a team, part of the community again.
It's possible to live better.
It's possible to have a voice and to be heard.
To feel understood.
To find peace.
Because I've experienced firsthand that anything is possible.
Here at Allegiance Flag Supply, we grew sick and tired of flying flags that were made overseas, flags that would rip and tear easily, so we really made a commitment to quality.
All of our flags are finished with bar tacking at all of the stress points, and they are sewn using double needle lock stitching.
All of our flags materials are sourced in America, and they are made by American seamstresses. So we are American made from beginning to end.
Shop now at showallegiance.com.
There's a new victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. And checking your credit score or bank statements may not be enough to alert you. That's because identity threats appear in more places than you realize. Identity thieves can use your information to open loans, transfer home titles, even commit crimes.
Someone stole my information and tried to buy a car in my name.
LifeLock monitors for threats to your identity, including ones you may miss, and alerts you if there's an issue. And if you're a victim, your dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it.
If something happens, you have somebody fighting for you.
All plans backed by LifeLock's $1 Million Protection Package, including reimbursement for stolen funds.
I know LifeLock has me covered.
LifeLock, identity theft protection starts here. Call the number on your screen or visit lifelock.com/25now and use promo code 25now to save 25% on your first year of identity theft protection. Enroll now.
Here are some of the headlines we are featuring today from your favorite news outlets at offthepress.com. President Joe Biden's border crisis is now a potential terrorist problem. New audits show that his team is more interested in getting illegals into America than checking out their past, and known terrorists are slipping through. One former border chief has even raised the prospect of another 9/11 attack brewing. Can it really be this hard to figure out who left a bag of cocaine in the White House? Experts say no. One even said it would take him 30 minutes to identify who did it. Biden's CDC has gone more than woke in its latest notice. It is now giving advice for trans and non-binary individuals who are seeking guidance on how to chest feed their baby. And the great one, Mark Levin, said Target is banning his upcoming book because it doesn't want to hurt the feelings of Democrats. For stories like these and more updates all day long from your favorite news outlets, go to offthepress.com.
You know, folks, when you look in totality of what's going on in America today, it's actually pretty sad. We have leadership that literally can't find their way out of a paper bag, much less off a stage. Did you see Biden on July 4th get lost again? He's going around shaking hands with ghosts and who knows who else. Take a look at this.
And here's Leo.
Where is he? I don't know, man. I want to say hi to him. He's trying to get me off the stage. You're afraid I'm going to try to sing, aren't you?
I mean, at least he tries to make a joke out of it. He realizes he's lost. See, that's actually new. Normally, he doesn't even understand that he's lost and he's wandering around aimlessly for an exit. You have to wonder, where in the world is the Secret Service? Do you think they place bets? The Secret Service agent saying, you know what, let's see, does he walk this way? We told him to go this way. I got $20 as he goes the wrong way. You would be very wealthy betting against Joe Biden on situations like that I promise you. That's going to do it for us today. Stinchfield's Army rolls. Thanks to all of you. Hey, I got a new podcast out. Apparently, Joe Biden made 3 promises to the CCP. You ought to check that one out. 3 promises to the CCP. Not good ones either. GrantStinchfield.com is where you can find it. Please go subscribe, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Live from Studio 6B.